Have you woke up feeling less man? It has already gone through that embarrassing moment when even with desire your body simply does not respond. And if I told you that there are 10 natural drinks, yes, drinks you find on the market or even your kitchen, that can harden your penis in minutes, it seems too good to be true? Then you need to watch this video until the end. Thousands of men are silent with impotence, loss of confidence, fear of not satisfying their partner or no longer being able to feel virile. Worse, most don't even imagine that they are ignoring simple, natural, and effective solutions. What you drink every day may be sabotaging or saving your sex life, and today I will prove you that. The good news is that there are liquid foods that act directly on blood circulation, testosterone production, and increased sexual desire. They are aphrodisiac natural drinks, many of them with scientific proof that activate the flow of blood in the penis quickly and safely. And the best, without medicine, without side effects, without depending on Viagra. Imagine having a glass of juice and feeling your virility back as in the old days. Imagine surprising your partner with a performance worthy of applause. This is totally possible, and more common than you think, for those who know the right ingredients. But calm down. Before revealing this valuable list, I need to remind you of one thing. It's not just about sex. It's about self-esteem. It's about confidence. It's about looking in the mirror and feeling alive again. Many men believe this is age, which is part of aging. But the truth is that what you put on your glass may be determining the quality of your erection. And here's a warning. You may be consuming drinks that are weakening you, that hinder your testosterone and diminish your energy. Today, in addition to showing you the 10 drinks that act as a natural turbo, you will also understand why certain habits are killing your power without you realize. This video was made to you who have tried everything. For you who are ashamed to talk about it but suffers every day. For you who still believe it can be better, stronger, and more confident, naturally, without medicines and with real results. And look, if you really want to recover your virility, if you want to break free from insecurity and be the man who has always been, subscribes to the channel now, activates the bell because the next contents will show you everything that laboratories and clinics do not want you to know. Prepare the paper and the pen, because what I will show you now can change your intimate life completely. Each of these drinks has a different power. Some increase desire, others improve circulation, and some act directly to their hormonal level. They are powerful, natural, and accessible. And in the end, you will know exactly what to drink before that special night. So stay with me, because now I'll reveal you the first of 10 natural drinks that can completely transform your performance. But before this powerful list starts, I want to know about you. Which of these drinks have you heard that helps with erection? Have you tried any natural recipe? Or are you knowing this kind of solution now? Comment down here, because your comment can help other men who are going through exactly what you are living. And together we create a strong community without taboo, with real information. Understanding this content to the end may be the watershed between remaining frustrated or resuming control of your sex life. Every detail, every drink, every explanation here has one why. So don't watch it anyway. Watch carefully. Reflect. Write down if you need to. Your intimate health deserves this. And if this theme makes sense to you, if you are tired of relying on medicine, if you want a natural and effective solution, then already leave your like in this video. This shows to YouTube that this content is important, and it will be delivered to more men who need this information, but do not have the courage to look. And of course, you subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell. Here we talk bluntly about male health, always based on science, with practical and natural tips for you to apply in your daily life. If you are over 40, 50, or up to 60 years, this channel is the right place to recover your virility, your trust, and your health. Now yes, without further rolling, let's start with the first natural drink that hardens your penis in minutes. And you probably already have her at your home. Have you realized that over the years, things started to change? That vigor that seemed natural, automatic, began to give signs of weakness? That the erection, which once came easily, now takes time to happen, or simply does not remain firm as before? If you are over 40 and are feeling this difference, know that you are not alone. This is more common than it is said, and the problem is that many men believe it is normal, which is part of age, which is the inevitable destination. But let me tell you a truth that can change everything. It has specific causes, and better yet, It has a natural solution. Male sexual performance is directly linked to a number of factors that silently influence your body over time. One of the main villains behind sexual impotence or erectile dysfunction is the circulatory problem. Yes, poor blood circulation is one of the greatest saboteurs of erection. The penis only stifles when there is good blood irrigation, and if the arteries are clogged, inflamed, or without elasticity, guess what? Blood is not enough hard, and the result is that weak erection, short or even non-existent. And do you know what hinders this circulation the most? The bad diet. Excess trans fat, very refined sugar, processed foods, and exaggerated consumption of alcohol is a silent bomb against your vascular health. Not to mention physical inactivity. Standing still, does not move, also reduces the efficiency of the circulatory system and contributes directly to the loss of power. Another determining factor is the drop in testosterone levels. After age 40, man's body begins to produce less testosterone naturally, and this directly affects sexual desire, the quality of erection, and even the disposition in everyday life. What many do not know is that this fall need not be radical. With the right habits, eating the right foods, and using the right ingredients, it is possible to stimulate natural hormone production and keep vigor for much longer. But it doesn't stop there. There is still the psychological factor, often neglected. Chronic stress, anxiety, problems at work, financial, family, or emotional charges. All of this interferes with your performance. When the mind is overwhelmed, the body responds with blockages, including sexual functioning. The mind sends warning signs, and the body, instead of responding with energy, responds with failure. Erection depends on a quiet brain, a balanced emotional state, and unfortunately the current lifestyle has removed men from it. And of course we need to talk about another point: what you drink. Yes, the drinks you consume every day may be directly or indirectly influencing the quality of your erection. Excessive coffee, soda, alcohol in large quantities. All this may seem harmless, but it is undermining its power gradually. On the other hand, there are natural drinks that do exactly the opposite. They increase blood flow, regulate hormones, reduce inflammation, and return control of their virility. And that is precisely why today's video is so important. You will find out what these drinks are, how to use them, and why they really work. Now, you may be wondering, does my problem have to do with all this? And I tell you, it's very likely. And if you have already felt that the performance has fallen, that the desire is smaller, that erection is weaker, it's time to stop thinking that this is normal. It is not. This is a clear sign of your body asking for help. You can and should act now before the situation gets worse. And the best way is to start with natural solutions, with small but powerful changes that do not require medical revenue or endanger your health. I'm not here just to show you miracle drinks. I'm here to open your eyes, to show you that there is a real, accessible, and safe path for you to recover your trust, self-esteem, and your energy as a man. And it all starts by understanding what is disturbing you. From there, every step, every food choice, each right drink can be a boost in the right direction. It's like giving high-performance fuel for your body to function as before, or even better. And look, I know that many men get silent, ashamed. They think they will be judged. It is weak to talk about it. But here is different. Here we tell the truth without taboo, based on information, with respect, because it affects your whole life. Erectile dysfunction is not just about sex, it is about self-esteem, about safety, about well-being. When you feel you can no longer, it erodes you inside. It affects the way you relate, how you look at yourself. It affects your disposition, your motivation, your joy of living. That's why I invite you to continue with me in this video. Every information you will receive now can be the missing piece to transform your male health. I have prepared this content very carefully, focused on who really wants a real change. And I know that if you got here, it's because it makes sense to you. Then watch us until the end. Stay with me, don't jump. Because now we will enter the heart of this content. The natural drinks that harden your penis in minutes. Each with a different effect. Each acting at a specific point of your body. Some improve blood flow, others increase desire, and some even help in testosterone production. And before we follow, I want to propose something to you. There in the comments writes the following: I want natural power, or I already felt that and I want to change. Choose the phrase that most represents you right now and play in the comments. This will show that you are committed to this change and will help the video come to more men who are going through the same thing. It also comments if you have already had a difficult situation, if you have already noticed signs of falling performance. Your comment can inspire and help others. Now yes, the time has come that you were waiting. After understanding the true causes behind sexual power, it's time for you to know what really works in a natural, safe, and powerful way. These 10 natural drinks that harden the penis in minutes are not just internet recipes. They have a direct effect on what matters most: blood flow, testosterone production, body energy, and stimulus to male sexual desire. And the amazing thing is that they are simple, accessible ingredients, and in many cases, they are already there in your kitchen or can be easily purchased at any market or store of natural products. Pay attention, because each of these drinks acts in a specific way, and when combined with good habits, the result can be surprising. The first of these is pomegranate juice. You may never have given this fruit, but it is simply one of the greatest natural sources of antioxidants that exists. And what does this have to do with your erection? All. Antioxidants fight free radicals and help to deflate the arteries, favoring circulation. And a strong erection depends on a good blood flow. Several studies show that regular pomegranate juice consumption improves irrigation of the cavernous bodies of the penis, which facilitates the rigidity and duration of erection. It is a tasty, refreshing drink that can be consumed in the morning or evening. If you want a right tip to start well, this one is killer. The second drink is beet juice. Few men know this, but beets are rich in nitrates, which when they enter the body are converted into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is the same compound as many erectile dysfunction medications try to imitate. It relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, and consequently facilitates a firmer and more prolonged erection. In addition, the beet juice gives an amazing energy load, ideal for being taken before a relationship. And you can match an apple or carrot to make the flavor even more enjoyable. Now write this down: water with ginger. That's right, something simple, fast, and extremely functional. Ginger is a potent thermogenic and anti-inflammatory. It accelerates metabolism, improves circulation, and has a direct effect on libido. In addition to being a natural stimulant, it also helps in digestion and improves body sensitivity. You can prepare this boiling water some slices of ginger for 5 minutes and then let it cool. Taking twice a day already brings benefits. And for those who like a more refreshing touch, it is worth adding lemon. Few men know this combination, but the effect is powerful. The next drink is for those who want to stimulate testosterone production naturally: terrestris TT. This millennial plant has been used for centuries in various cultures and has gained fame by increasing male sports and sexual performance. It acts on hormonal receptors, stimulating the body to produce more testosterone naturally. This means more desire, more power, more virility. Tea can be taken once a day, preferably at night, and the ideal is to make a cycle of use: 20 days taking, 10 days of pause. It is one of the most studied natural aphrodisiacs used by athletes and men seeking power without chemicals. And now let's go to one of the most amazing, the watermelon juice. That's right, with the shell. Few people know, but the watermelon shell contains citrulline, an amino acid that has a vasodilator effect similar to that of Viagra. Citrine relaxes the blood vessels, facilitating the flow of blood in the penis. The result? Faster and lasting erections. To prepare, simply beat the red part with pieces of the white and green part of the peel, with some water. It is a perfect energy and aphrodisiac drink for the hottest days. This is one of the champions when it comes to quick erection. You can write down. We followed with the classic catuaba tea. This one has a name, has history, and has power. Used for centuries by indigenous peoples in Conhedid as the Viagra da Floresta, catuaba tea is a powerful natural aphrodisiac. It acts on the central nervous system, increasing sensitivity and improving body response to sexual stimulus. In addition, it also helps to combat fatigue and stress, which, as we have seen, are great enemies of erection. It can be consumed at night before bed, or even a few hours before the intimate moment. It is a drink that, besides being functional, brings a certain preparation ritual that already puts the body in the mood. Another killer suggestion is the smoothie with Peruvian maca. Maca is a powerful root, traditionally used in Peru to increase the fertility, vigor, and energy of men. Rich in nutrients, She acts as a natural stimulant of sexual desire, as well as improving focus, disposition, and humor. You can mix the maca powder with banana, oats, vegetable milk, and some honey. It is a nutritious and aphrodisiac shake, perfect for taking before a date or even as a pre-workout. The stretcher really changes the game. Who starts to use feels the difference. The 8th drink on this list is sugar-free acai juice. That's right, pure acai, no syrup or industrialized sugar. It is a true natural energy pump. Rich in antioxidants, iron, vitamin E, and good fats, acai improves the circulatory system, increases physical resistance, and gives that extra force for those who want to have more power between four walls. You can beat with coconut, banana, or strawberry water. But the secret here is to consume without sugary side dishes. The energy comes from the pure acai, from the functional food it is. And now let's go with ginseng tea, one of the best known worldwide when it comes to sexual performance. Ginseng is an adaptogen. That is, it helps the body adapt to stress and tiredness. It stimulates the central nervous system, improves circulation, and enhances libido. In addition, it is excellent for those who feel constant tiredness or have a drop in desire. It can be taken in the morning or afternoon. I do not recommend taking night if you are caffeine sensitive, as it can make you more alert. But for those seeking performance, this tea is a secret weapon. Finally, we have a simple but extremely effective combination: lemon water and cayenne pepper. The mixture seems bold, but the effect is impressive. Lemon helps alkalize the body and improves nutrient absorption, while cayenne pepper is a potent vasodilator, which increases blood flow and stimulates internal heat production. This warming helps in the sexual response, erection time, and even pleasure. It is an easy drink to prepare. Just mix warm water, half lemon, and a small pinch of cayenne pepper, fast or 30 minutes before the intimate moment. Few men know this, but the effect is powerful. You may have noted all the recipes. Be prepared to test each of the natural drinks that hardens the penis in minutes. Have even chosen your favorite and be excited to start. But let me give you a warning that can completely change the course of your sex life. There is no point in investing in these natural solutions if at the same time continuing to make certain mistakes that simply cancel the effect of these drinks. And this happens much more than you think. Men who begin to take care of themselves, improve food, look for natural alternatives, and then frustrate because nothing works. And you know why? Because they remain stuck with sabotaging habits which silently detonate hormonal production, impair circulation, and kill libido gradually. It's like wanting to light a fire while throwing buckets of water on top without realizing it. The first big villain of male power is excessive alcohol. We know that an occasional wine, a toast on special occasions, will not destroy your health. But the truth is that frequent consumption, especially beer and spirits, has a devastating effect on its performance. Alcohol reduces testosterone levels, hinders the central nervous system, and makes the body slower in response to stimuli. Worse yet, it directly interferes with blood circulation and affects the liver, a fundamental organ for hormonal balance. What many people do not know is that the liver is responsible for the metabolization of various hormones, including those linked to sexual desire. And when it is overwhelmed, the entire hormonal axis goes down. That is, you may be drinking beet juice every day, making tea of tribulus religiously, but continues to drink every weekend, or drowning in daily doses of alcohol, is killing the effect of natural drinks without realizing it. Another very serious mistake that destroys its virility is the constant intake of inflammatory foods. And here we talk mainly about fried foods, refined sugar, soda, ultra-processed farinacees, and the informed sausage, like sausage, ham, salami, mortadella, and sausage. These foods cause a silent systemic inflammation in the body. Does it look exaggeration? It is not. They change the intestinal microbiota, unbalance the immune system, cause insulin resistance, and, most importantly for our theme here, they clog their arteries and impair blood flow. And we have seen in the previous block that, without efficient blood flow, there is no quality erection. So if you eat white bread for breakfast, soda at lunch, snack or cracker in the afternoon, and hamburger with chips at night, forget. No natural drink will be able to recover your performance if your diet is this daily inflammatory combo. The male body needs clean fuel, need nutrients that favor hormonal production and tissue oxygenation. And this has no secret. The more natural, the more powerful. The more processed, the more harmful. But perhaps the most common error that is most repeated is the lack of movement. Sedentary life is a silent poison for male sexual health. Spending all day sitting, whether at work or at home, dramatically reduces circulation in the pelvic and genitals. And the less circulation, the less stimulus, the less response, and of course the less power. The body was made to move, and we are not talking about becoming athlete. Only 30 minutes of walking a day, climbing stairs, pedaling, stretching, or even simple activities such as gardening are already beginning to change the functioning of your body. Sedentary lifestyle is also linked to abdominal weight gain, which in turn increases estrogen levels in man and reduces testosterone, creating a hormonal imbalance that affects not only performance but desire and self-confidence. And if you join sedentary lifestyle with poor diet and alcohol, it's the perfect recipe for early impotence, even in young men. And of course, you can't stop talking about one of the greatest enemies of your sexual health: smoking. Smoking, whether traditional electronic cigarette or any other form of nicotine, compromises blood vessels directly and irreversibly over time. And we're not just talking about lung. No. Nicotine and cigarette chemicals hardens the arteries, impair blood oxygenation, and directly affect microcirculation, including the penis. Studies show that smoking men have a much higher risk of developing erectile dysfunction compared to non-smokers. And it's not just erection that suffers. Smoking also affects semen quality, reduces sperm count, and contributes to infertility. It's as if every cigarette you were taking points from your performance. And if your goal is to have an active, healthy sex life with strong and lasting erections, cigarette needs to get out of your life. I know that maybe all this seems a lot. That gives that feeling of, gosh, so there's no use taking the juices and teas if I keep these habits? Exactly. But see, on the other hand, if you have already started to include natural drinks that improve your erection, you've done an important step. Now it's time to adjust the details, to cut the saboteurs. You don't have to change everything overnight, but you need to commit. Choose one of these mistakes and eliminates per week. Reduces alcohol. Change the soda for lemon water. Walks 15 minutes a day. Take the sausages out of the diet. These small changes have a cumulative effect that will surprise you. Best of all, in a short time you will realize that your body responds. Wake up more willing, feels more confident, and yes, your erection improves. Because the male body responds fast when you take care of the base. That's why you can take all these drinks and still keep failing, if you don't stop these 3 habits. And that's why I'm here to show you that the path exists, that it is possible, and that thousands of men are already changing life with only these simple and natural guidelines. It's not a miracle, it's science. It is not empty promise. It is the result of change of habits. Now, for us to close this stretch with a golden key, answer me there in the comments. Which of these mistakes do you feel that most are disturbing your life today? Writes the phrase, I will stop, alcohol, sugar, physical inactivity, cigarettes, choose whatever your case. Or, I have already eliminated the sabotaged habit, and I'm feeling difference. This helps not only to strengthen your commitment to yourself, but also inspires other men who are going through the same challenges. If you have gotten here, it is because you are really committed to your intimate health, your virility, and your well-being as a man. And look, it already puts you in front of many people who are still standing, complaining, but without acting. So before you leave, you already do the following. Subscribe to the channel right now, because here you will find direct content, without winding, with everything you need to maintain your male power high, naturally and definitively. Now comments down here so I know that you are mine, who stayed until the end and is committed to this change. Right there, I chose my power. This phrase shows that you are conscious, determined, and ready to take control of your male health. And of course, don't forget to like it, because if this content has helped you in any way, it can help thousands of other men who also need to hear it. And your like makes YouTube show them this video. And look, if you want to continue on this journey, already click on the next video that is appearing here on the screen now. There, I will show you the best natural habits to keep your erection firm for much longer, even after 40, 50, or 60 years. I see you there.